in this report, we were contracted by the Media Foundation for West Africa to investigate the threat posed by fake news, disinformation to the democracy of Ghana prior to the 2024 election. So one of the major objectives was to explore and describe the situation of misinformation, disinformation in Ghana. And what we realized based on our findings is that misinformation, disinformation is prevalent in Ghana. This is largely influenced by political actors, media actors, and then the availability of tech giants, like the use of social media platforms, that is misinformation, disinformation. On the part of politicians, they easily misinform or disinform. I think the appropriate word is disinformation. And they do this for propaganda purposes. They want to sway the minds of citizens, sway the minds of electorates to vote in a particular direction. And that direction is to favor them in order to win elections. And this is a major issue we found. We also realize that on the economic side, some individuals intentionally create this information just in order to make profit out of it, economic gains. The more people go or visit their website, the more they make money. And then we also realize that there are some religious groups, like religious actors, who make certain pronouncements, though they know it's disinformation, but because they tend to gain, they tend to win souls, or they tend to make themselves popular in order to get more people visiting their churches. These are all aspects of disinformation. And you are aware about the health-wise, the health disinformation, especially about COVID-19, and it never stopped after COVID-19. A lot of disinformation have continued, and most often when it happens this way, the people's lives at risk, at the verge of sometimes even causing serious diseases. So, in actual fact, our findings were that generally misinformation, disinformation is prevalent in society, in Ghanaian society, especially close to elections. It is heightened because politicians want to win votes, and because of that, they try intentionally put up misinformation out there in order to sway votes. And that's because social media has become very common in our society and is heightened as a result of the new technology known as AI, which is not stoppable. Anybody with a smartphone can easily create any content and put that content out there. When it's not well checked, many people will misconstrue that to be true, when in actual fact it may not be true. So, in short, these are the findings. The situation is worrying because as of now, we do not know the level of media information literacy among the Ghanaian populace. And because we do not know the rate of people being aware or unaware of disinformation content, many people are likely to consume some of these content and believing that that is true, when in actual fact it might not be true. So they may make decisions based on these falsehood. And once they make a decision based on falsehood, what happens is that the information environment, like the ecosystem, is polluted, is poisoned with information that is impure. And therefore, some people are also likely to make a case against that and to drive the country into what is called chaos. And we do not want that to happen in Ghana. So the earlier we can stop it, the better. That's why we suggested the depoliticization of media establishment, media ownership, especially to the extent that politicians, known politicians, more affiliated political individuals are owning media houses and are using some of these media houses, which are mainstream, of course, churning out this disinformation content.
Finally, I don't know if you answered that question about the methodologies that you used.
Yes, it's largely qualitative methodology, qualitative in the sense we had interviews with respondents across Tamale in the northern region, Kumasi in Greater Kumasi, and then Accra, Greater Accra region. These are the three sites that we use to gather our data. We have a sample size of 56 respondents who include politicians, NDC, NPP, PNC, and other smaller political parties, as well as some journalists, and then some youth were involved. In fact, we also involved state actors. The state actors, such as the NCC, was involved with, became one of our respondents. Again, we also involved some civil society organizations to find out their view about misinformation and disinformation. And the summary of all we gathered from these 56 respondents is what I just revealed to you, in addition to the secondary data we gathered from a coalition of NGOs to sum up the entire findings.